Do you guys think that if you're unhappy, that's a good reason to leave a marriage?
I don't think you're gonna be happy all the time. So I don't. It depends. How long have I been unhappy?
Right.
Because my kids are seeing that.
Right.
I think that matters too. Like
most things, I think
there's a lot of people.
It don't have anything to do with age. Getting married too late. People don't have the intestinal fortitude for marriage. You get up there and say these vows. It's duty and responsibility, time and pain. It's the kids. It's the rearing. It's lineage and legacy. That's a joke in itself.
But is that not part of the kids? So your kids are a direct reflection of you. So if my kids are seeing me unhappy, now what?
What are you talking about?
Because you said happiness in the marriage because you just said that kids are part of it, right?
Let me explain it to you. You're conflating your happiness with how the kids are treated, right? I'm not even talking about the kids. I'm talking about you being happy, right? I just said that about sex, so don't act like you can't do it about everything else. So now that we have a baseline with that, you can fake it till you make it in front of them kids all the time. Now, kids have discernment. I understand that, but happiness doesn't mean everything has to be egregious in the household. However, we know ebb and flow. Is that a thing, or are we dismissing postpartum?
Postpartum depression is.
Do we have menopause?
Right?
And so you guys go through these ebb and flow periods where your happiness is intrinsically not working.
But that's why I agree.
But I'm just saying, but you put it on the kids. Like, no, answer my question directly based on happiness itself.
I did, but I said it depends on how long I've been unhappy. Raising my kids in a house where there's no happiness is not
selfish.
That's not life goals.
No,
just for the sake to say I have a husband. Are you serious?
No,
you made a commitment under the Most High God, right? Unless you don't believe.
Who cares about the commitment if I'm unhappy and I'm dying inside?
No, don't interrupt them, Melly. Sorry, Nikki, what you say?
I'm not staying unhappy for 10 months. You talking about 10 years?
Well, I've stayed unhappy for a very, very long time. But who is going to continuously stay in an unhealthy marriage where you're burning inside, you're dying inside, you done forgot who you are, you done forgot your self-worth, and you're just super unhappy, like depressed to that point, just to say I have a husband and I have a family?
But I think that we know how hoes are created. Callie said it earlier. Something about they ain't had their daddy, their daddy didn't love them. That's one. Secondly, most of these hoes been hurt by a man. Just like these niggas that been hurt by women, they become hoes. It's the same thing.
Savage.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Even with what Callie is saying, the lack of love, hopelessness, a deficit, desperation. That's all the same umbrella. I'm desperate for the love of a real man because a man never loved me. So I'm out there searching for the love of a man. But because I don't know how to properly find love from a man because I never experienced it. So now from the worst experience that I've had and the damage that I've had from men, I'm telling you now, I'm only going to use them for what I like them for because there's no possibility that they could ever even try to love me correctly. And I'm so lost on love, so in the deficit, I'll be desperate. And a lot of women have penis in that. The girl come up here, Hamp, remember the girl that came up here who was cosplaying a man? She was a whole butch, calling the women male-centered up here. You're trying to become them niggas. Talk about worship when you think you're fucking up a storm because you're a man and you're acting like a man. That's male worship down to the ground.
So the women who are promiscuous, are we saying they're all desperate?
Majority. I'm not saying that, but I know.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like in my point in my life, I feel like I was being groomed to cater to him.
So at 18, when did you guys break up or stop doing each other?
When I was 21, turning 22.
So you went for about 3 to 4 years. How did you upgrade him?
Oh shit. I think that I gave him a different perspective.
Well, you also feel like after you dated him, I upgraded you, and then all these women want you after what I did for you.
Bro, he was 18, bro. Like, you grilling him, bro. What the fuck?
No, it's hard to imagine an 18-year-old girl upgrading a 28-year-old man, but then you left curious, what could you have possibly really done to a man that age? Like, you don't have no money, you 18, you don't have much knowledge, you 18.
But what we're witnessing is cognitive dissonance. So there's no way you admonish the man by saying that you upgraded him and then in another breath say he groomed you. Those two things are diametrically opposed. Right? And then you said age don't matter. People could be wise beyond their years. However, when Tamia gave you the bail money about you being 18, you're like, yeah, I was just 18. Nah, because remember you just said that you had the wisdom and understanding of somebody older than that, which is what you would be able to bestow on him. Right? Ooh. So these things are conflicting when we saying them. Did you actually upgrade him or was you mad and talking shit to him because he cheated on? Are most of us cowards? Are most of us willing to kill and die for our wife and children? Are we willing to defend ourselves? Do we know what it looks like when shit is hitting the fan? Do we know when danger is actually upon us? How many dangerous situations have we been in to tell? Do we know who we are in these ways? I'm gonna just tell y'all this. If you are in a real life situation and a person approaches you after an aggressive conversation, get yourself in a position in which you can defend yourself properly. So don't stay in a position that doesn't give you any advantage but put you at a disadvantage. Don't ever do that. see people picking and choosing, you know? So if I'm going to approach you in an aggressive manner, then I should stay that way. Or else you look bad. That shit look corny. That shit don't look good for men. Because it's like, damn, is there a low-level threat of violence between men for real? But that's the word. We pump faking, we half stepping. That shit take away from our strength, our bravado, when we don't know how this shit's supposed to go. So this is a thing that I just been trying to process, man. Don't sleep on nobody and be ready. Be ready as you can. The man says he got cheated on, and you tell him he's the reason why he got cheated on because she didn't feel like she was getting enough emotional support from him, and you justify him getting cheated on.
And like I said, that's unfortunate. But the person that he
got cheated on, you would have been like, "Girl, that nigga ain't shit."
No, first of all, you don't know me, so you don't know what I would have said. I would have asked, well, what happened? What did you do? What did he do? I would try to get the full story. But to just go on this I hate women train, I'm not about to do that. Like I said, give us the full details. But to just act like everything was just shine the rainbow, sorry, Uno, but it's more to it.
Right.
So I just want you to realize real quick, she was emotionally deprived, and you think
and then she entered a relationship with him.
But no, you can't add a speculation on what we do know based on what he shared, and somehow you're saying he emotionally deprived her. You think that correlates?
Because before she probably sexually had that experience with that man, she probably emotionally attached herself to him.
Why would you think that?
Because as y'all like to just say that women just go and just be loose and just have sex.
You do. Remember we had the conversation.
But the majority of women, they are going to emotionally, the majority of women going to emotionally attach themselves to a man.
How?
And then have the intercourse.
How do you know that?
Because I know. The same way y'all know. The same way that y'all know everything that y'all done talked about.
No, what I'm saying is, how do you know that, and how can you justify that based on women's behavior?
Because it's statistics. Somebody do the research.
If she has a dream about me cheating, am I at fault now?
You did that shit.
You did that shit, nigga. You did that shit in your past life, man.
Damn, boy. So he got hit with a honey bun and it's his fault. Okay.
That's like a boomerang.
I mean, I don't know his situation. How much would you say yes or no?
Well, she let another man put his penis in her vagina. He didn't ask her to do it. She just went and did it because or whatever.
So, I mean, I don't know how necessarily it's his fault unless he, maybe he's seen the signs and just chose to ignore them. But other than that, like, I'm pretty sure you left after you found out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did the right thing.
Stepping away from it. So, is that an assurance for a partner? Is that an option as well? Like,
fellas,
like open book?
I got you. Real quick. Hey, fellas, if you dealing with a woman and she call you a partner, get up out of there. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me log in that joint whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I think that will work for sure. Yo, that accountability helps people too. If you know somebody else is looking at this shit, like how you reply, what you reply to, the bullshit, right? So like, for instance, this might be risky. Callie and I can see it, and my wife can see it. Now, I don't even really look at it that much because I know that they be looking at it. But also, bullshit get flushed. You know what I'm saying? It like take a weight off you, Right? Because temptation killed the cat. Pun intended.
I don't even have a lock on my phone. You can pick up my phone at any moment and go in there looking and see text messages and all of that shit.
Don't get a password. We say delete it. It's gonna be deleted. You mentioned that one of the problems was that you have so much access on social media. Like some of the people you message, you DM, your DMs popping. Him looking at it, is that going to satisfy him that it's confirmed now, or is he just trying to confirm whether or not you're responding back and cheating?
The con to that is that he gonna read all that shit the wrong way for sure.
Every time,
as he should. It ain't never all good.
I was just gonna say something to the fact of, in terms of social media, although primarily I do it for content creation. If my man had an issue with it, I was at it, no questions asked, because I've actually been there, done that.
It calls for strokes. Like somebody will punch you in your shit for talking too much and talking crazy.
It say that in the Bible? No, it doesn't say that in the Bible. That also equates to.
I knew it. A fool lips enter into contention and his mouth calleth for strokes. Proverbs 18:6.
Okay.
Because I read this shit. I'm just saying
I did too 5,000 times.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, well, you didn't know that was in there, right?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out.
So.
Yeah. It's a rock, it's a rock. subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Yeah, it's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show.
Well, we can kill all this. We can kill all this. Say like, you want to be next?
Anytime you ready, baby. I was supposed to be there.
Ooh, I'm with it.
I'm
with it. We can do it.
Knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. He hit harder than George. His reach was longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Man, dude. Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Incredible. Fast. And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, too, back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dancing, jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know this might be risky. Let's go, let's go. This might be risky. No, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ Hamp, it's time to start the show. Run, it's a stampede! DJ Hamp, the stampede.
DJ Hamp, the stampede.
Yo, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. DJ Hamp the Stampede. This might be risky. Pop up. We in the building. It's popping. Put a 1 in the chat if you're doing all right. Hey, big baby, turn that down. Turn that down. Big baby, turn it down. Yo, salute to the kids. We went to swimming this morning. We going out somewhere else in a little bit. Let me turn these damn iPads down. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all could hear the iPad. Let me know. Can y'all hear the iPads? They should be low now. But salute to everybody in the building. So, the footage came out. I put it on Instagram. I kind of looked at it. But I said, yo, people send so much stuff is crazy. Like, the amount of clips I get sent to me is like kind of outrageous, you know, especially on Instagram when I've been doing those fight videos and all that. Ace, what's good, my G? You know, so I get mad clips, right? And it's just people sending people's commentary about the footage and all that. So I just want to look at it to make an honest assessment. What I think is the honest assessments aren't in plethora. Right? There's not a lot of honest assessments happening about what it is that we seeing. It's like, yo, we have to make sure. Most people are like making it a thing, right? Based on what they already said, though. You see, that's the one thing that gives me cause for pause, right? You heard people telling us about the video. People took a stance on the case already. And then how they see the video is based on the stance they previously took, right? And I'm just like, is that an actual honest assessment? Or is it confirmation bias? Are you seeing what you want to see? That's the part. Like, yo, one boy got 35 years. One boy is dead. That's a fact. So I'm just wondering, like, when you take a look at the video, what are we actually witnessing? What are we actually witnessing? Let me ask you guys a question. Is there a 911 call? Is there a 911 call? I tried to look, but I only got these 2 videos. I'm just asking, is there a 911 call? I think that'd be good to listen to. I don't know if that actually came out. You know what I'm saying? I saw him getting arrested, but I haven't looked at it thoroughly. And then the video of them like walking and then, you know what I'm saying? Like walking and then going to the tent. You know? So I need to, let me see if I can find a 911 call before I bring it up and we look at this shit together. And let's hold each other to account, right? Like we watching it together. If I miss something, let me know. Right? If I'm doing too much, let me know. Like I'm looking at the thing, right? And they like, yo, I raised $75,000. He needs $100,000 for the appeal, whatever the case is, right? The interesting thing is to appeal it, one, you have to make sure there's something that's appealable, right? The attorneys he had could be inept, right? That is a reason to appeal. The judge, right? You could try to judge how the judge went about the case. You could look at jury instructions, but you need a reason, right? Be quiet, Rock. Yeah, go. Based on, right? So you need to have something to appeal. You know, there's several different categories that you can appeal. Yeah, go get some chips, right? Like if they admitted some evidence that wasn't viable, right? But it was let in. Maybe they excluded some evidence, incorrect jury instructions, like
maybe insufficient evidence if a lot of it's circumstantial, you know. Let's say somebody's constitutional rights were violated, you know. If the prosecutor didn't conduct themselves properly, right? Maybe the sentencing is harsh or not enough, right? You can appeal, but you need to have like one of those specific reasons. But to appeal a felony conviction, or really, I think any of them, I think it's like $200. You know, where the costs come in is the attorney that you get, right? So when they throw this, oh, I got 75,000, he need 100, and we raising $1 million, we don't even have an attorney to associate those fees with, right? Dude, there's no attorney to even associate those fees with. I'm just saying all that to say, you see what I'm saying, right? People make things so sensational, right? And they skewing our perspective with subjective information, right? With subjective information. So I just want to throw that out there because it just like as an example of what it is that we actually get introduced to by people based on a presupposition and confirmation bias, right? Yeah, get that iPad. You know, so I just looking at it like from that lens, you know what I'm saying? So let's look at this. So there is, let me see if I can find a 911 call before I pull up this video. What makes most sense? Let me ask you guys. What makes the most sense? There's 156 people in here. What makes the most sense? Do we look at him getting arrested from the... Hey, Rocky, sit down and be quiet, Rock. Right? What makes the most sense to look at? Does it make the most sense to look at the video first of the stabbing, or does it make sense to look at the police body camera? I guess it makes sense to look at like the film of the under the tent and them walking up and all that. Right? So let me see if I can find a 911 call. Listen to disturbing audio release. All right. You know what? I want to listen to the 911 call. Nori. Right? All right. So let me do this real quick. So is there two? There's two of those videos? Oh, I think I found. Okay. All right. I'm going to listen to the videos first. Listen to the calls first. All right, so like, share, subscribe, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Yeah, you're right. You guys are right. The incident first, right? All right, let's take a look, man. See if we can be objective. And see, here's the other thing, right? We all have biases. I'm not tripping off that, right? Doesn't mean that you can't look at a situation and objectively give it an assessment, right? It doesn't mean that you cannot look at a situation and give it an honest assessment. You know, and that's the thing. I admit that I have obvious bias, you know, but I know what I'm seeing. Think about this. Let's say I'm coaching a fighter. This lady actually, yeah, go watch it with her, right? So let's say I have a fighter, you know, and my fighter goes in the fight. I am biased. I'm literally skewed to look like and hope that they winning, right? My fighter, when he or she gets into the ring. It doesn't mean I can't tell the truth before, during, and after the match. Before the match, hey, I want you to win. Any little thing, I'm going for you. I'm going to try to skew the referee's opinion, right? But this is going to be a tough fight. When you get in there, hey, man, it's a tough one. You need to do X, Y, and Z. Z, Y, and X. That's not working for you. The judge is going to see it, right? And at the end, you fought hard, champ. But it's not our day. I am biased for my fighter. Right? I'm trying to skew the judges. I'm yelling for every little punch. I'm yelling out shit. oh, great body shot when it was a low blow, right? But I know if they won or lost, right? If there's a call in a football game, I'm thinking that it go my team way. But I know if we outmatch, I know if we outgun, I know if that was a better play. I know if they're better, good offense, good defense, better offense. Right? So we just got to look at this shit objectively, right? All right, let's take a look. All right, let me make sure it's as large as it can be. All right. So what's the play-by-play on this? This is Austin and them walking towards the bleachers, right? Towards the track, right? Put a 1 in the chat if that's correct. Right? Just simply, this is them walking from wherever they coming from, the school or the parking lot to the track, right? So, question. Which one is Austin? Which one is Austin? Everybody hates Mont in the building with the $5 says, hey, salute my G. So everybody hates Mont said the footage is horrible. Can't see nothing, but both sides think they see enough to aid their argument. Everybody full of shit. Right? Right. So which one is Austin? Okay, so the one in the black with the black shorts, right? Yo, salute the A's, bro. Appreciate you, man. I'm trying to get that kick shit popping. Thank you for the 10 kicks. Hey, Lori, stop talking so much. Watch your iPad. All right. So, that's him. Okay. All right, leave it off. So, I remember some of the commentary. It says they were in the dugout, but you can't hang out in the dugout during the track meet, right? And so it looks like that's the baseball field behind. So that's confirmed, right? They're coming up from underneath where it seems as though the dugout is, right? You can't hang out there because it's a track meet, not a baseball game. All right, I remember that part. A boy comes up, he walks by the first tent. Don't know nobody there, I would assume. He walk by the second tent, unfamiliar. One thing that it doesn't seem like from all the commentary was that it's a downpour. It don't seem like it's a downpour because everybody on the track is still kind of out there. There's probably a drizzle, you know, but it don't seem like it's a downpour like most of the picture was painted. Do you guys disagree with that assessment? It doesn't seem like there's a downpour happening. Do you guys disagree with that assessment? It's definitely raining a little bit, right? It's definitely raining a little bit, but it doesn't seem like a downpour here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and that's a good point, right? Those other tents look like the whole damn team under there. The yellow tent looks like it's a little bit more sparsely packed. Right? So we keep going. Put in trash rock. All right, who we tracking? So are we tracking now from this angle Austin and the rest of the guys? Who are we supposed to be tracking with this view here? Right. Yeah, it's uncomfortable out there. You can tell that it's uncomfortable out there, right? Like it's raining, right? It's track. See, it ain't football, right? Football, we used to that shit. We don't give a right, right. You know, like the football, this football weather, right? We start celebrating this shit. Track, they like, track slippery. It's kind of chilly out here. It's raining, right? So so okay, so we tracking Austin, his brother, and the two other. It looked like 2 or 3 other guys, right? All right, go get some juice, Rock. Okay. All right, drink it, Bubba. All right, so they walking up. So if I have to make an assessment of all of it, right? When they walking up, it don't seem like they speed walking or they rushing to get there as though there's like something preemptive, right? It seemed like they walking pretty regular, pretty casual. It don't seem like somebody called them like, yo, Duke under the tent. He shouldn't be here. Somebody come get him. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any like fever or briskness in the walk. You know what I'm saying? If I have to assess that part, which I think and hope that they assess that part, right? Because you're trying to prove or disprove something. Yeah, it's a decent amount going on, major, but it ain't too crazy. It's definitely the start of the track meet. This is how track meets look. Yeah, I don't see, and I'm just because the thing is, it's a video, right? So even when they walking from the parking lot to they walking now, right? I don't see any level of fever pitch and we gotta hurry up and get under there. Yeah, right. And I don't know the intent. I'm just assessing the video, right, for what the video shows. Right, we looking at the video that we we're unable to watch. Right, we were unable to watch. All right, let's keep going. I ain't about to fill the space with no noise, bro. I'm just trying to watch this shit. So I assume when they get under the tent, they're gonna show us the whole tent, right? They're gonna show us the whole tent, right? Wait. Okay. Yeah, Rock. All right, I'm coming. All right, so where are they? So if Carmelo walked from the left side of the tent, right? He walked from the left side because he came out from under the dugout. Why in this video is the tent cut off? That's the whole tent? How? You can't see the brown unless I'm like zoomed in or something. You can't see the brown part. Stop, Chuck. Don't lean on this. Right? Okay. So where did they walk up at? Bugging? Okay, so I see the scuffle. So where's the part before they even get under there? Okay, so this is them. Okay, all right. All right, so they come up. Okay, so he poked them at that point. I see it. So this is the part where he runs off. All right. Stops. Walk back. Walk forward. He's slightly. Right. So he runs off. So those people chasing him. Is that the like police and the coaches? So there's a couple kids, and then there gotta be the coach too, right? So who is he walking with at this point? North. Turn it down. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ Hamp about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat. And to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real.
All right. So So he was by himself for a second. So to me, it don't look like he trying to get away. Right? It don't look like he trying to get away. It looked like he's slightly discombobulated to me. And like he kind of run back and forth. Then he runs down. Right? He know that he stabbed him, right? Which is why you kind of flee in that way in the first place, right? But I don't see him trying to get away from the shit, right? I know a motherfucker that's trying to get low, right? I know when somebody's trying to get low, and that's not what that looked like. That's not what that looked like, right? But I know that he pulled that knife, right? The stabbing occurred, right? He running, and then he kind of just like there, right? I don't see him absolutely evading. So that's the coach that he was walking around the track with, right? Okay. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You looking at it, and like I said, a lot of people probably never had any experience, right? So they just going off whatever they think they know. Now I'm saying I know what it looked like when somebody did something and they trying to get low. There's plenty of fences. He could have ran and kept running outside the gate, right? There's a conflict there, right? He conflicted, running, fleeing, and all that. What do y'all think about his body language here? Right? There's a little bit of excitement here in his body language, right? Whenever he start to express whatever he expressing, right? Yeah, I think you're right, Truth, that they calming him down in this instance. He probably halfway explaining the shit. He approached me that I was defending myself, whatever he's saying, right? Obviously, we know his conviction. We assessing the tape after the fact, right? So hands on his head over his face. So far, this kind of mirrors what they were saying happened. I'm not seeing, just to be honest, I'm not seeing like the chase down thing. I'm not seeing, did I miss it? I'm not seeing him getting chased down by a bunch of people. Did I miss it? And I'm saying chase down is I'm trying to go get him, right? I'm not seeing that chase. I'm saying people saying, hey, he stabbed this person or hurt this person and was fighting under the tent. And then it looked like a couple teachers, maybe a security guard. Yeah. I'm saying the chase down. Like, I think maybe there was a follow on the bleachers, B Sammy. I could give you that. But I'm not seeing the chase down like people were saying, right? And that's the problem. People were saying that they chased them down and they was trying to, but when we look at the video objectively, I'm not seeing the chase down. Yeah, Jay, if you saying like it happened right there, like on the bleachers where they wanted to pursue him initially, I could give you that, right? But people were doing us a disservice because they in the courtroom, they got to see the tape, and they embellishing some shit that we can't substantiate. Like if we just keep it tall, I didn't see the chase down that people were telling us. You see what I'm saying? Be quiet, Nori. I'm not seeing the chase down that people were telling us, right? I could see where they kind of wanted to go, but then they realized something more egregious happened during the frantic interaction, right? And so he goes up the bleachers, goes down, right? He kind of running, who knows? He could have looked back and thought maybe they was behind him, so he started running a little bit more vigorously initially, and then he start kind of wondering and shit, But I'm saying that the chase down is, I'm gonna run you down till I get you, and then I'm gonna beat you up, right? That would be my intent. That's what I'm thinking about the chase down. It's the mob that they said was trying to go get him, going to get him. I see people pointing. I see a teacher or whatever the case is, but I'm not seeing the chase down that they articulated to us, right? Let's keep going. So he got his hands on his head, right? Be the police, I guess. So is this the part? Are those the actual police? Finally, this shit happened quick, man. It happens a lot quicker than you think. Yo, like if you ever been in a fight, you be thinking you be fighting forever. It'd be all in 30 seconds. People getting boom, shot, stabbed, beat up, parked somewhere over the course of 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 10 seconds. This shit happens quick like this more often than you think. All right, so this might be a good time essentially to look at the police body cam, right? Because now we just on looking, right? The interaction. I'm trying to see, can somebody articulate where Austin and the boys are? Is this them right here? Like, when did they get in the tent, or did they come in from a different way? So which group are they before they get under the tent? I know everybody an expert, right? They be like, oh, I know what. I don't know. All right, so this is them right here. Okay. The thing that's scuffing my Timbs is I don't know why the entire tent isn't in frame though. Right? Because he came from the dugout. So if you look right here, right? If you look right here where my mouse is, I think you can get to the dugout that way and then on the other side as well. Right? And so I'm just wondering why they don't use that camera that we were able to see. Oh, maybe because it stops. Oh, it cuts off. I see. So this tent is almost like in the middle of the range between both cameras. That's what it seems like. So what about the interaction here? No, I got you. I'm saying, right? You see the brown part or the black part on this side? I'm just saying that I would like to see the black part of the tent at the top on both sides. That's all. What's you guys' assessment of the video? We already have the verdict. We playing Monday morning quarterback. All right. One kid got 40 years. The other one is dead. So that's the interaction. And so like Austin fell down off the bleachers, right? Yeah. What's the assessment? You need the testimony for this. Right? It's pretty calm, and then they have the pushing and shoving. Yeah, it's literally 2 or 3 movements, right? Look like they interact, and then he poke him. He get up out of there. Austin falls down on the bleachers. It's quick as hell. Right? Nobody even had time to pull out their phone. I be covering those fight videos on Instagram, and literally every time there's a person able to get their phone out because there's an argument and shit like that. It seemed like this interaction is dumb quick. Nobody had a chance to record it, seemed like. I guess it was obviously unexpected. But I can't really make it out except for the part where we know he pushed him and we know he stabbed him. You can see that based on kind of the scuffle and then the aftermath. I could not make a determination with this part of the video. Right? In my estimation, this is inconclusive. Right? What we do know is that the boys under there and those boys go under there. Now, here's the thing. They say and track that people go under people's tents. Right? So it seemed like what's the name was knew somebody there was under there, and then the other boys have the same right to be under the tent. And so there's a level of confrontation, misunderstanding, who's aggressive. But if I just watched this video, didn't know no testimony, you can't tell shit. You can see a thing because they said a thing already, right? They told us what happened, so now we think we can see what happened more clearly, right? But if I'm just looking at this shit, you can't tell a motherfucking thing. I don't know how if I was on one side of the aisle, I'd be like, see, I told you. Told me what? There's no way you got, see, I told you from this shit. Nah, that's not what this does. This would be inconclusive, right? Except for the fact that we know what happened, right? So we know that the push was by Austin first, and we know that he poked him after. You see? So when I'm watching it, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that sequence. But you can't see shit out of this. Well, Decatur, somebody send me the best video. But I wouldn't make a determination off this video. I wouldn't be proven right off this video. Right? I'm talking about the footage, right? I ain't even talking about, like, AP, I ain't talking about what they should have done. I'm looking at the tape. Right? I'm looking at the tape. Yeah, and that's the thing. I know when I'm on that type of time, right, Mr. Logical? I don't know if you've been on that type of time, but when I'm on that type of time, you could tell from when I'm coming in the park to when I get on the bleachers to when I get up the bleachers. So maybe subjectively, I don't see them making a beeline and marching, right? I don't see it because I know what that looked like. So I just the video forensics couldn't do no better than this. So let me look. Let's see. Listen to this.
911, what is the location of the emergency?
Hi, we're at Kuykendall Stadium. My friend just got stabbed.
Okay, do you know who stabbed him?
We have no clue. He was sitting in our tent, but you need to send an ambulance right now.
They're on the way, okay? Give me a description of the person that stabbed him.
He was wearing a gray Essentials hoodie. He was black. He's standing out on the track right now.
He's standing on the track?
Yeah.
Okay.
His blue sweatpants on and done.
Okay, what did he stab your friend with?
I don't know. My friend's bleeding everywhere.
Okay. Where was he stabbed at?
The chest.
Okay. And do you still see the person that stabbed him, or did he leave?
It was Austin. Austin got stabbed in the chest. I'm sorry, what did you say?
The person that stabbed him, is he still there? Do you still see him?
There's adults on him, I think. Yeah.
There's adults that are trying to keep him there?
Know who he is. Sorry, what?
The person that stabbed your friend, is he still there?
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay, and
he's with the coach.
There's a coach with him?
Yes, he's with. People got him.
Okay. Do you know if he still has the weapon on him?
No clue, but he's like he can't do nothing. He's done.
What do you mean?
He stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest. What?
What do you mean he can't do anything? What's going on with him?
Coaches have him. He can't hurt anyone.
Okay, when you say they have him, are they physically holding him down?
No, they're just holding him, walking around.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What's your name?
Nathan Nordyke.
What's your last name? Nathan.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your last name?
Nordyke.
Okay. And do you see any of the responders there yet?
We hear the sirens, but
the
coaches sent us out. We're all walking to our buses.
Okay. So you're going to get on a bus right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the rest of the students are walking towards the buses?
Yeah, everyone's being evacuated out the stadium.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being quick.
Okay. Just follow whatever directions you're being provided by either the officers or by your coaches, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect with you, Nathan, but we've got all kinds of help headed that way.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
(10:05 a.m. 54 seconds, April 2, 2025).
Frisco 911, what is the location of the emergency?
Hi, we're at Kuykendall Stadium. My friend just got stabbed.
Okay, do you know who stabbed him?
We have no clue. He was sitting in our tent, but you need to send an ambulance right now.
They're on the way, okay? Give me a description of the person that stabbed him.
I'm saying the boy that did the call, just assessing what we listening to. I think he did a fantastic job articulating it, under duress, right? Because initially you can hear he's very excited, right? Obviously the lady's super calm, which is what they taught to do, and then he's able to communicate clearly and effectively what it is that we saw. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my takeaways from this. He doesn't know who Carmela was in this instance, right? So that was articulated. Do you guys believe him? He doesn't know who Carmela was. He said he had a Essentials hoodie on. He didn't mention his color, which, you could speculate, was that intentional? Did he actually know him? But I mean, who knows, right? Because then because people who are saying they marched up to him intentionally, right? Somebody called him, like Mr. Logical was saying, like they called him, they beeline towards him. So now when the boy makes the phone call, does he say the Essentials hoodie, but not the color, and he act like he don't know him because they were initially aggressive and in the wrong? And he did say he was black. Okay, good. I missed it. Did he? Okay. I missed it then. But that's what we was getting, right? That's what we was getting. We was getting what I just did. That's what they was telling us. What I just did is what they was telling us, right? Yo, he did this and then he did that, and then they would. That's the commentary that we was getting. Do you remember the fat black dude who was first talking, right? And he was saying like, yeah, in the footage they clearly jumped them and this, that, and the third, and I got emails to show that the dad noted that. But motherfuckers was doing that to us. You see what I'm saying? Because we outside looking in. We trying to get all the information we could get. And niggas is doing that shit. Right? Crackers is doing that shit. Oh, yeah, and then I seen X, Y, and Z and ZYX and other. Just like, yo. Shit crazy, bro. You can't even make an assessment. You literally just got to wait for this shit to come out. Now, mind you, one of the boys got 40 years. The other one dead, though. What is the agenda of a person who willing to embellish a murder, a killing, a stabbing, whether it be for self-defense, intentional or unintentional, spin it to a point where so they can make I don't understand it. So let me hear this. I think this is the same call, right? So let me get to the description part.
He was wearing a gray Essentials hoodie. He was black. He's standing out on the track right now. His blue sweatpants on. Yeah.
Okay.
His blue sweatpants on and John.
Okay, what did he stab your friend with?
I don't know. My friend's bleeding everywhere.
Okay.
This is the same call. I didn't see another one unless I just missed it. Let's take a look at this. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. So this one here is the arrest footage. And don't be alarmed. I'll find the other call. It's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? So here's the arresting officer. Don't be taken aback. Excuse me. Don't be taken aback by it being released on Juneteenth. Remember, Fox 4 is monetized. It makes sense for them to release it on Juneteenth. Right? Don't make no mistakes. Everybody home, you more inclined to click on it because of the racial affect, right? So don't be surprised by that. Don't be taken aback by that. And truth, here's the thing. I listen clearly. I'm not yelling out nothing about nothing. You see? I ain't have a preset position. Right? The issue is the people with the preset position. Those are the people that was feeding us bullshit. Right? Those are the people that are that was feeding us bullshit. That's the key, you heard? That's the problem. Right? And by clear, I mean objectively. That's why I said before I started it, make sure y'all help me, make sure I don't miss nothing and all that. But I'm listening clearly because it's objective. But that confirmation bias that most people led with in terms of watching a video then showing us what they think they wanted to see did us a disservice. All right, let's take a look at this.
Hold on. And I'm protecting myself. If somebody is treating the victim, they need to be over there.
North end under a memorial tent.
Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me.
Right there.
Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? I'll look here.
How long? You put his hands up. I know I'm not. 4-4, copy, I'll be in route.
Help, y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Come over here.
447,
I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay, bud? Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspects detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
Received. Everyone else can slow down. Suspects detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
Received.
The irony is palpable with the Fear of God Essentials hoodie, right?
This is the alleged suspect. All right,
Yoli at the same time.
okay. We'll figure that out. So nothing on your person at all? Nothing? No, sir. Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me? No, sir. Okay.
I'm going to be out with this.
I'm gonna get a little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay. All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. All right. Already researched them. Got nothing on him.
I don't know what happened. 423.
So you guys can hear Carmelo, right? Right? You can hear him like crying or talking through crying. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. I told him not to.
Up to you. It's up
What's
to
up,
you.
Mr. McBride?
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? Yes, you don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
I'm wearing some little underwear. No, ma'am, I don't think so.
Right. What's your name, man?
Carmelo Anthony, Karmel. Show me out.
Okay.
Racing.
Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? Yes, all right. I won't see. So your first name is Carmelo? Yes, sir. Karmel. Let's see, hold on one second. Is he gonna be okay? I don't know yet, man. Carmelo, C-A-R-A. K-A-R. K-A-R. M-E-L-O.
What did he?
E-L-O, Carmelo. What's your last name?
What did he ask him?
A-R. I don't know yet, man. Let's see, hold on one second. Is he gonna be okay? I don't know.
So he asked him, "Is he gonna be okay?"
Oh yeah, man. Carmelo, C-A-R-A. K-A-R. K-A-R. M-E-L-O. M-E-L-O, Carmelo. What's your last name? A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. We're ready, you win. I'm in 12th grade. 10th grade? You go to Emerson? No, sir. Where do you go? Centennial. Okay. I'm in 12th grade. 12th grade? Yes, sir. Okay, North Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right? All right, let me run this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
Yo, one thing I'm not getting, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. He don't seem like he 130 pounds. Are y'all seeing 130 pounds? I'm not seeing 130 pounds. Right? Maybe 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'10". I don't know how tall the officer is. Are you guys seeing 130 pounds? No, I'm seeing 160, 170 pounds. I mean, it's still a 30 pound weight difference, but I'm not seeing 130 pounds. That's another thing. They keep saying he 130 pounds. So we watched his huddle on This Might Be Risky 2 years ago when it happened. We watched Austin's huddle. We watched Carmelo's huddle. Huddle is like their game tapes. You know, there's an obvious size difference, but 130 pounds to 200 pounds is crazy, right? His mugshot's at 160, 150. Okay, yeah, a little bit bigger, right? But 130 is like, that's like how large. Like my wife, like 140 pounds, 135, 40 pounds, and she 5'3". You know, and so on his huddle, now his huddle can be misleading too, because that's what you do, right? On his huddle, you'll put 5'11", 170, but he probably 5'9 and a half, 160. You know, shit like that. You know. Shit, hold on.
Let's see, hold on one second. Is he gonna be okay? I don't know yet, man. Carmelo, C-A-R-A. K-A-R. K-A-R. M-E-L-O. M-E-L-O, Carmelo. What's your last name? A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. We're ready, you win. I'm in 12th grade. 10th grade? You go to Emerson? No, sir. Where do you go? Centennial. Okay. I'm in 12th grade. 12th grade? Yes, sir. Okay, North Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right? All right, let me run this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
I need to find. Can somebody send me the other 911 call? Send it to @DJ Hamp and on Instagram. I'm trying to find it. But yeah, I'm trying to figure, maybe somebody else has different commentary for this, right? Something sensational. I don't got shit sensational for y'all. I don't got shit sensational for y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I look at the video, it's inconclusive as hell. I can't get shit from that. It don't prove nobody right. We know that the interaction was there, so when we watching it, we literally looking at it, right? With under that lens, right? With the lens of he pushed him, then he stabbed him. So we think we making out something, but we've been told that. You ever watch the movie Focus? In the movie Focus, if you remember when Will Smith was playing that betting game with John Leguizamo, was it John Leguizamo? No, the other dude who was like a priest or something on one of those shows, right? And he was showing him the number 55. Turn it down. Big baby, turn it down. right? He was showing him the number 55 all day. Remember? On the bus stop, on the way there to the plane and all that. So then when he plays that $2 million bet and he sees 55 on the sideline, he immediately picks 55. I will argue like that's what this is. So your purview, right? When you watch this, that's now your perception, right? And because it's so unclear and inconclusive, right? You see it how you want to see it, how you think you see it based on what they told you. These ain't thugs. This dude, this Austin cat ain't no fucking thug hardened. This Mellow dude ain't no thug hardened criminal. Right? People don't be understanding how violence works. They don't understand, like, yo, you can hurt somebody many different ways, unintentionally or not. And how self-defense works is you got to still defend yourself. And you need to be justified and substantiate why you thought it was okay to defend yourself to that magnitude. That's how violence actually works. One dude boomed those people coming out his house, right? But he shot him in the back after they tried to rob him. I think he just got 20 years or something. You feel justified. You got to hope and pray, and you got to, beyond a reasonable doubt, prove that most 12 reasonable people also agree with your sentiments. That's how this shit actually works. What's the movie? I think Denzel says, not what you know. Oh, Training Day. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Give me the bitch. I tell you what, though. One of them kids got 35 years, the other one dead.
It's a stampede! DJ Hamp, the stampede.
DJ Hamp, the stampede.
Boy, Mont in the building with the $5 says, exactly. Anybody who thinks it's video solidified why Carmela was guilty or innocent, you are full of shit and you don't even know it. Kired, what up, my G? Good to see you, man. You coming out this weekend? They came from the other side. They came from our left. Okay. That's why I was missing it. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have showed, because the other dugout shows that entry point, right? So I wish they would have showed that to us, you know? So yeah, man. Salute everybody in the building. We got 141 likes. We got 380 people in the building. Please hit the like button. That helps the channel the most. All right. Let me drop this link. See what's up, man. Yo, Mont, what's the word?
Hey, what up? What up?
What's goody?
What's the deal?
What's poppin', man? What you think?
Man, I can't complain.
Yes, sir.
I just seen this yesterday, man. I've been seeing people react to it. I've been seeing both sides. I've been seeing guys be like, "See, this is what I'm saying. This is why he was guilty." He was like, and I've been seeing people saying like, "Look, I told y'all. This is why he ain't do it. This is why he ain't. You know, it's self-defense." I'm like, I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing. I see him running. Okay, you know, maybe we can take something from him. What I see as far as with him running, I do think that I see some sort of remorse. I see him when he gets in the car. He says, "Is he going to be okay?" I noticed that. You can notice that when he was dealing with the officer, he was extremely respectful. That's another thing that I noticed. But outside of that, I looked at more of the evidence because it's available for download. I saw, you know, like the weapon that he used and stuff like that. I see that it was an actual.
It's a knife.
It's a legit knife. It wasn't like a what they were trying to say is a pocket little pocket majigger thing with a bunch of things.
It's a knife for sure.
It's a blade. So it's definitely interesting how people misinform you and ill advise you. You know. So.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying, right? You know, that's why I say every so often, One kid got 35, the other one dead. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I absolutely know, you know? And there's a couple of things I pulled out from the video, just trying to give an honest assessment. It ain't raining crazy, you feel me? Right? It's not raining all crazy, you know? He was sitting there before they got there, you know, like those things. And it's a real quick interaction. But we know that's how it be too. You know? But to say, yo, oh look, that shit is corny. That's corny as hell. People saying this video proves X. You can't see intent. You can't see none of that shit. But to your point, you know it's kids. Even the boy who watching his friend die. Do you hear him? He sound like a kid. Like he like, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bye-bye. Right? Like to say bye at the end of it is like child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I tell my, like the little kids, and say everybody say thank you. They don't even know who they talking to. Thank you. Right? Like just, you know, that's like the obvious takeaways, right? He crying. I told him not to put his hands on me because he think that's what justifies you reacting in a particular way. Right? He's unlearned.
Yeah.
You know? Then he asked the cop, is he gonna be okay? You know? But that don't exonerate you from shit. You know? Yeah, go play with him. So I just What you been hearing? Go ahead, my fault.
No, I'm about to say I don't know. I just wish more people was reasonable. Like I pride myself on being reasonable. I think it's something that we all need to do, but like it shows you people's bias when you looking at this video and you like, yup, that's all we needed. We got it. We got the video. That's like, bro, that video don't show us nothing.
It ain't showing nothing, man. I and I try to articulate this, right, Mom? You touch somebody, you don't have no expectations. You can't set how far they should go, right? Once you touch somebody, threaten somebody, run down on somebody, you don't control any of their reactions, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like if somebody were to, like, I think we had this conversation before, disrespect my wife, touch her inappropriately, we gonna have a fist fight, right? Or whatever escalation is, you know, at the time, right? I'm just thinking in the middle of a bar, it's gonna be a fist fight. I know that even though I'm defending her, and most men morally would say that it makes sense, most likely I'm gonna have to defend myself in court. This is how this shit works. I'm gonna have to substantiate and justify why or why not. You know? So, but yeah, like the obvious things is what we can see is substantiated. Like I said, it was kind of raining. He was there first. We know those things. The witnesses said that, and it seemed to be objectively true. All the, oh, look at that. That shit is ill. What up, Devin? What's poppin'?
What's up? Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good morning.
What up, Devin?
What's up, man? I think the biggest thing is like, I think the issue with people that are commentating on it, they're kind of reacting to, I guess, what you alluded to earlier, Hamp, was that we got these lavish stories. And then I think they're not even talking about the case themselves. I think people are just talking about each other across the aisle of if you're super, pro Karmel or pro Austin or whatever your disposition is. They're just speaking across the aisle. I think the biggest things that I pulled away from it were those, lavish stories that were brought out that were just plainly were not true. That was just purely not true. I think what was notable to me was that I think we were, as you said before, it was like somebody said a football push. I think that kind of pulled back on the football push comment also, where somebody else said that, because like when you're football pushing, it's like in my head, I'm thinking like a driving force, like you got your hands on them and you're pushing. So then like that kind of gave me more credence to think, okay, maybe Carmelo, thought the push was like crazy or the push was heavier than what, but from what I've seen, it was like Austin came forward, but also like just as quick he went forward, he went back also. So I was like, if with the size difference, that just makes me think Austin didn't give that seriousness of a push, because you like you see him go forward, to do the push, but you see him go just as fast back.
Yo, that's the part, right, Devin? That's the part that I'm questioning. I'm saying to Devin, you ain't get none of that shit from that video.
You don't think you could see the push forward in the back?
No,
not what you said. Not to the extent where you saying football. Like you can't get none of that shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to have a mind. Because remember, look what you just said, right? And I don't think you doing this maliciously, but look what you just said, right? You said, remember, I already pulled back on the football push, right? And so now the video is your confirmation of what you already believe. That's what I literally been alluding to, right? I'm not even saying that you're doing it maliciously, but that's what I'm saying been happening with people, right? They err on the side, they had an opinion, and then they make sure this video makes sense for their pre-existing opinion.
Yeah, no. I think no. I'm saying it did the opposite, because my instinct was I was believing the testimony of, okay, it was a more aggressive push because of the football push. I was on that side of, okay, thinking, okay, that was a football push. But what I seen, it didn't seem that hard of a football push. So when me seeing that kind of pulled me the opposite direction.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Devin, have you ever watched a football game from the stands? Like when you go to the NFL game, right? I sat in like the 600s, so I was in like the club area. And when you look, hold on, boo. When you look at the field, right? Do they moving fast, but people be like, I could do this shit. You get down there on that grass, one, everybody's bigger and taller than you, and they moving so fast it's almost blinding. The ball is coming out so hot, you don't even know if you could get to that motherfucker. You see? So now we're in a bird's eye view. People would say that shit. I was sitting in the stands for the spring game one day, and my man's like, I'm gonna try out next year. I'm gonna do that. He got down there, bro. He didn't know which way was up. Because when you down there, the speed is deafening.
Yeah, and I would say the football analogy is what makes me think that way is playing football. So like if I was in front of somebody that was more powerful and I was winning the fight, usually what the thing they would do to use my force against me is kind of do like a little hip turn and toss me to the side, because they're not going to win the upfront battle. Is what.
Hold on real quick, Devin. Ma, did you pay Devin to come up here and prove us right?
I'm not here to prove anything right. I'm just saying
what you proving, Devin, is people that was saying it like this video from a bird's eye view, we get all this from. My vision ain't clear enough.
I mean, we can play it back, but like from what I saw, I see him going forward. You can see Austin going forward.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see him coming back.
Devin, respectfully, you can't see nothing but Carmelo leaving that tent.
I got that PRK vision. I guess you need to get your eyes checked.
Y'all don't got the vision y'all think y'all got. I got 20/20. I have exceptional vision.
I have above.
All y'all see is Carmelo getting out of that tent.
Well, I mean, but even that, the whole like he can't escape. He felt surrounded. He couldn't get away. That whole concept of how quick he got out, with no impediment.
Yeah, you see the back and forth. You see him leaving. That's it. Yeah, you don't see that. That shit is just.
Well, I'm just saying, just the quick, you can see how quick it happened. That's what you can see. You can see something happen, and how quick he got out.
It's a very acute instance. Yeah, it's in an instance.
Can you see that?
Devin, this is my question for you. Devin, this is my question for you.
Answer my question. No, I'll answer your question after you answer mine.
Okay.
Did you see how quick that happened?
Yeah.
Did that seem like somebody that was trapped or couldn't get away from a dangerous situation that was supposedly surrounded?
Oh, so I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that it aids in that part of the argument. I don't know what was going on for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, right? If they were surrounding him, I just couldn't really make out anything inside of there. This is my question for you. If nobody told you what happened, if nobody told you oh, this boy got pushed by these other kids, and they told him to leave, and then he ended up stabbing them, and then he left the tent, and you saw that video, what would you have think happened?
I would say from what I saw, I think I saw what was it, a push back and forth, him leave real quick and run off.
You think you saw a push back and forth?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like from what I see, it was a push back and forth. He escaped really fast and ran off.
From what you see, it was a push back and forth.
Yes, I saw a push, initial push. I see Austin go back. Oh, I don't see where he ended up. That part I can't see. I can't see like
you definitely saw a push.
Yeah, you can see the push. Like, pull up the video. You can see the push.
I just want to note that your last three responses were three different levels.
Okay, don't know what I said. Let's go truth. Pull up the video. I'll tell you exactly when it happened. We're not gonna play this little word games. I know what I saw.
Okay.
We can pull the video if we want to play that game.
Okay. What Hamp said to me was spot on. Since we kind of know what we heard happen, we saw the video and then we put in it like, oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
Because you know what it is? We're saying this. This is how people are saying it. That's the push. You see? Because they told us it was a push, and now we're saying that's the push right there. Right? Because you already have it. Right? Based on what you've already been told. That's natural. That's not even anything malicious. You see? Right. Like if you just saw that video, you would the takeaways would be like, is it like a script? Because then when Austin falls, a whole bunch of people didn't fall. If you just saw that video, you'd be like, damn, it was like a scuffle under that tent. It looked like somebody knocked a bunch of, like you know what I mean? But because they told us what happened already, we making sure to include that in our assessment. Mr. Fantastic, what's goody?
You're muted.
I can't hear you.
Check.
Yep,
Y'all can't hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, maybe I was just low. I was probably low. Oh yeah, man. No, so my biggest thing is, yeah, man, these lying ass niggas that said this was the thing, Hamp, you know, the person that, yeah, man, they jumped that boy. They jumped him. Right? There's no jumping there. The only thing that you see is two individuals having physical contact, bro, when you zoom in, right? So my problem, my issue is that you had some clown nigga just lie like a week before the trial. Oh yeah, it was clear as day. You could see everything, man. It was like 4K. You could even see the raindrops. Come on, bro. Again, my problem is niggas is saying now, and now niggas is lying, Hamp. Oh, he said them. No, he clearly said him. There's no, he didn't mention anybody other than him and Austin. Hey, he put his hands on me. I told him not to touch me. Is he okay? There was not all this shit y'all are taking from this or whatever. That's my biggest issue. You niggas are liars. And this case got as bad as it is, and it's getting worse, surprisingly. At the end of the day, this shit over with. Okay? The jury's decision has been handed down. That appeal shit is not ain't going nowhere. I'm taking all bets. If you think it's gonna be otherwise, I'll bet money on it, whatever you want to bet. And Buddy got 35 years. Regardless of what you feel like it, again, then we get into this. If this was your child, do you think 35 years is too much if your child's never going to walk through the door ever again? We're all doing this from a standpoint of, and putting the racial aspect into this, where I know for a fact, if a white boy had killed a black boy, however it handed it down, no one would be saying 35 years. None of you niggas would be saying 35 years is too much. Nobody. None of y'all would. So my problem is the lack of objectivity. And just like you say, Hamp, the clear bias. But even in the face of evidence, bro, to keep making shit up and keep running this, it's embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing and it's sad. And it's exposing to me just so much how I don't want to deal with you niggas, bro. I really don't. Because you're putting my kids in danger. If you are out here still fighting for this and my kid runs into your kid, you spitting this rhetoric online, I could just imagine the wild, crazy shit you say in your house. So now we're going to set the standard. Like I said, we back to, are we setting the standard where it's cool for kids to kill kids, bro? And that's never been the fucking the expectation, bro. So again, this shit should be done and over with. But niggas finna dance for another week. You know, like you said, like they motherfucking, I don't even know. to
Ham, can I ask you a question?
kind of make excuses.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to things like this, these politicized or racialized cases and stuff like that, do you feel like it would behoove us or any group of people to pick your battles carefully? Because from what I see, this was not the home run that people think it was. I don't even think it was even close to a, clear, I think it's more of a far-fetched type of argument to make. Do you think that, because I think that this can hurt our credibility when we do have outcries. So what do you think?
Yeah, I actually said that previously. I actually covered a case and I made that point while covering it. Her name was Asia Wilson, and she played for Georgetown. She lived in Northern Virginia, and they had police do a safety check. What's it called? Safety check? Not safety check. Wellness check. She came out the door, spoke to the Asian cop, and stabbed him. Right? She had a butcher knife, hit him with it. Boom. He telling her stop, stop, stop. She stabbed him 3 or 4 times before he shot her. Like, he gave her opportunity, like, I watched the video. She chasing him down the hall. He backpedaling, stabs him. He turned the corner, stabs him. He turned the corner. He finally shoots her, and she drops dead in the hallway. Right? There's no reason to skew that. Just watch the video, right? And tell the truth, right? To be voracious is how you keep your merit, right? There was another case. Cop, like, I don't know, they bump each other on the highway. I think it was in Florida. The kid gets up.
I know what you're talking about. My bad. Go ahead.
The kid gets out, gun butts the off-duty police officer. They have a shootout. The kid loses the shootout. There's nothing to justify, right? To your point, Ma, they turn us into the boy who cried wolf. That's what they turn us into. People don't take us serious as a whole because we got shit that we think is cool, like color people time. Right? On top of this shit. There's a new word I learned. And what Mr. Fantastic just said is like, I feel bad that he got that. He's saying that. This word, it sounds like it's another language, right? But it's actually Mawa Bawa Tawishkite. And it's when a person don't want to be around nobody, not even their own family. Because they just tired of motherfuckers. And now he not saying it to that extent, but it popped in my head when he said, like, I'm just sick of you niggas. So 100%, I share that sentiment for sure. Let me read this real quick. Backbone with is that yen, right? Is that yen?
Yeah.
2,000 yen, salute. First, the video you have is trash. There is one that is zoomed in and you can see Austin and crew pull up and Carmelo get ragdoll shoved. Second, are we saying it's not deadly to forcibly push someone on the stairs and bleachers? So if I were to answer quickly, this is my stance on violence. Violence begets violence. I'm just saying you don't get to determine your outcomes, right? If me and Mr. Fantastic get into it on the street, there are no rules, right? All this agreed upon, whatever they be calling that shit is not real, bro. You fighting, right? The police are there, people getting locked up, right? I'm saying this. If my violence threshold is higher than his, he in trouble, right? Me and him getting a fight, I have a low level violence threshold. I get him down, I might let him up, right? He get me down, his violence threshold is greater than mine. He gonna stomp me into the pavement, right? He get me down, I pull a knife out, try to poke him up or hit him with the Achilles, some shit, right? He get me down, he got the hammer on me, he might smoke me. You don't get to determine none of the outcomes from strangers. That's my biggest point about that whole thing, right? And if he choose to do me dirty, he gonna potentially have consequences that he gonna have to defend himself from. That's the key. You gonna have to prove that you were justified in whatever level of violence you went to.
The actions you took, man.
That's
the
it.
thing. That's the thing, Hamp.
You know?
And again, we put limitations and expectations on children, bro. It's never cool for kids to kill kids. That's the most important part of this shit. Furthermore, it's another case going on right now, Hamp. I don't know if you heard about it yet. Some cops killed a 1-year-old boy in Mississippi, right?
Yeah.
But stupid ass mama.
Walmart or something?
Stupid ass, Walmart, yeah, still in diapers, right? So the stupid ass mama is tagging along with some girl that's allegedly for now, they hadn't really, but more likely than not, still in Pampers. And this fucking genius says herself, she said she held her baby up in the line of fire, Hamp, and they shot the baby.
What?
You heard what I said?
Well, why would there be a line of fire if they were only still in Pampers? That's what I'm curious about.
Because she was driving towards the police officers.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
To evade, trying to evade, in the process of evading the police officers, she drove towards the cops. The girl jumps in the front seat, of course, with the baby, and then as she see the cop get ready to draw the firearm, she said this. She admitted this, huh?
She said she held the baby up.
She said she held her baby up in hopes that they wouldn't shoot. As she saw them draw the firearm, she said this. Huh?
No fucking way, bro.
Nigga, I ever lied to you? And now niggas mad.
Yo, well, let me clear this one thing, right? There's a few people saying this is streets in a school. When you dealing with random people, you don't know what people got. That is a foolish way to, you outside at an event, right? People are coming from all of which ways. You don't know what people are going through. Y'all ever seen that movie with, what's the nigga name from, he was a Spaniard, Russell Crowe. What's the Gladiator, right? Yeah. He played in this other movie where, I don't know if y'all saw it, he this lady hit his car, was beeping at him, and he chased her down the whole day. But he had just killed his wife, you know what I mean, in the movie. You don't know what people dealing with, bro. You don't know who they running from. You don't know what type of beef. You got Columbine for shit like that, right? How many school shootings have we had? What about the Sandy Hook? People shooting up churches. People shooting up grocery stores. Nah, it is the streets. You are exposed. The rules don't change. Go ahead, Mont or Devin.
You know what's so when people that super chat you just read, kind of, I guess they were implying that he made the right move because that boy could have hurt him and seriously almost killed him by pushing him on some bleachers. I'm curious, are there fights at sporting events every day on bleachers every day? And how often do people find themselves having to go to lethal whatever to have to defend themselves? Like that just sounds crazy to me. Like these things happen every day at all sporting events, especially NFL, NBA games. Nobody's dying though. Yeah, so that argument of he was on bleachers, it makes it work.
Yeah, and I think I think you pick out a good point. Is like you're in a public space where usually at school events, if the fight breaks out, people are gonna break it up pretty fast. It's not like you just out somewhere by yourself where nobody's gonna stop the fight.
Yeah, I honestly, if Carmelo was more confident in his hands, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. I think that's the whole reason that we here.
Yo, here's one thing. I don't know if you ever seen Master C, but one of my friends, he been on the panel a few times, right? He been in person too. But one thing he always says, he leave his gun in the house because that's his instant go-to. Out, like if you out and about and somebody run up on you or run down on you, road rage, right? People go right to the gun. There's very little de-escalation or escalation of force. Most often people go right to their hammer. And so when I see this, right, knowing this, I know you got that weapon on you, most people gonna grab the weapon. People want an advantage. You know what I'm saying?
It take a lot of discipline if you're going to have a weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be
Yeah, 100%. I'm telling you, bro. You know, it was making a differentiation. The protesters outside, somebody said this again. This could be just somebody saying this, right? With no way for us to disprove it. Is they said the white people at the protest outside of the Karmel Anthony trial had guns.
And niggas out there dancing.
I mean, they're in Texas. Everybody probably had a gun.
No, no. He just told you. No, very, very few of any black people had guns. Niggas out there dancing and yelling, hollering, and screaming, and just a whole bunch of nonsense. The other people, like you said, bro, if some shit do go down, you know what I'm saying? Who got the upper hand? That's why I say I don't take this shit serious. People talking about, again, man, I'm a chill dog. It's just like I said, I guess I got to talk about this shit now, but like we're a very, very unserious people, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all doing this for the sake of grabbing bread and not understanding way bigger fucking implications and mindsets. To where if this shit is going the way y'all think it's gonna go, y'all playing, bro. Y'all playing.
I said that
this race war
ago.
shit is heating up, bro. It's really, really heating up. More and more shit keep happening, and all y'all want to do is, talk shit about it on the internet and what's the name? You ain't training, you ain't shooting, you ain't in the gym, you ain't doing none of this shit. And if it really pop off, then what? The main people telling you that, oh yeah, man, race soldiers and race wars and all this other shit and be ready and crackle this and crackle that. That's the main people that ain't gonna do shit, bro. Shit really happens.
Fantastic. You know what's crazy? All of them is gonna be dead the first day, and then it's gonna be people like me and you left, and we got to deal with everything that they didn't start.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the fucked up part. Now you on something like, hey, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with me. But hey, at the same time, hey, we here now, so it is what it is. And this is the sad part, bro, about this, bro. Again, I'm not no fucking white apologist or police apologist or none of that shit, bro. But I understand, like, the strategic part of violence that Hamp's talking about. You have direct, you know what I'm saying, individual cases of violence, but group violence, y'all not fucking ready, bro. Y'all have no idea. Y'all don't know.
Yo,
and shit just so sickening, bro, because everybody keep, my bad, Hamp, go ahead.
No, I'm about to say nothing. I was just going off the point. Yo, Ma, I don't think you knew this. I set up a survival, 3-day survival. So, water, fire, trapping, right? It was MRE, and you only get 32 ounces of water. Other than that, you gotta clean your own water and stuff like that, right? I had it set up for a couple $100. Guess how many people signed up?
Couple $100.
1.
2.
You broke up. What'd you say?
I'm gonna go with 2. I'm gonna go with 2.
0.
Ah, damn. I have faith.
You know what that's a testament to? That's a testament to nobody's gonna ever do anything hard to be an individual, so they don't have to rely. They're just gonna complain so they can continue. They're gonna complain to the same system that they don't trust, rather than becoming independent and becoming more, like, I guess, mentally strong to be that independent person that they need to be.
Yo, that.
Do y'all think we can actually? Do y'all think it's just far fetched? Do y'all think we can actually have a legitimate community of? Because when I think about it, right, I think, all right, we all got different, it's all different races in this country, right? But at least we should be able to communicate with each other to get business done and to get things done, right? And if we're out here crying wolf, right, it's very possible these other people may not respect us. Do y'all think that it's actually legitimately possible for us to, as a community, get some sort of a set of morals, a set of what I want to say, collective thinking together, and be able to actually move like a unit?
What people are you referring to? Like people in the United States, or are you talking about
Black Americans?
Black people
Black
specifically?
Americans. Yeah.
Well, you said possible, so yes. I never heard the tether shit till I got on the internet. I ain't know that the Jamaicans and the Dominicans and all that was like niggas I should be looking out for. Up north, it's not like that. We all like live together type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, damn, so we got the tether war. We got the white people war. We got the gender war. We got the poverty war. And we still only, quote unquote, 13% of the population. That's too many fronts. And then we love to talk about books like 48 Laws of Power and the Art of War. What does the Art of War say? How the fuck did we beat back? Who was it in World War One? Was it Russia? Or no, Germany. They had too many areas to fight, right? And they couldn't do it.
War on too many fronts.
War on too many fronts, right? So this shit all over the place, man.
What do you call or what is the issue with somebody who starts a bunch of wars at once? What do you think is the trait that allows somebody to do that?
Narcissism.
The trait or the purpose?
Trait.
The trait.
Narcissism.
No, I think it's a sense of being less powerful. I think the issue is they understand that whoever is starting the war on all fronts doesn't have as much power to just do things with blunt force action. So I think the idea is then they have to then create a whole bunch of wars on different fronts to then destabilize people, to bring their capabilities or their power level lower. So then they have the people who is starting it that don't have that power have a fighting chance.
I'm with Hamp on it. I think narcissism was a good answer. You know, maybe overestimating yourself to a very large degree.
Yeah, I just see. So Miss Fantastic, what you said sounds like a little bit of a different stance than maybe you had previously. You think there's a fever pitch happening?
Yeah, man. I'm just seeing a lot of things politically, racially. It's just too much of a divide. Like you just said it, Hamp. Shit, we just look at the turmoil we have internally, intra-racially, right? So you have all this conflict going on intra-racially, and then the media loves to throw anything out there that's going to keep something going. That in itself, constant conflict is just something that can spark shit off, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely, yeah.
Reflecting back on the point I made a few shows ago about the smiling in pictures, right? Because I went a bit further. Last night when I looked at the evidence, and I saw pictures of him, Karmel. Because I was asking myself the other day, like, yo, I've never seen Karmel smile. It's curious. I just was like, why? And it's very possible that it was purposeful. That every time we saw a photo of him, even a new photo with him shaved, he wasn't smiling. But we saw the picture of Austin, he was smiling, even though there are pictures out there of Austin not smiling. But every time we see the one that he's smiling at, but Karmel was not smiling in the ones we see of him. And I thought to myself, maybe that was purposeful by somebody, the media, whatever. And I just told myself, I'm never going to allow my son to not smile in a photo. When I was younger, I just felt like I was cool. I ain't going to smile in this photo, But I told myself, nah, my son said he don't want no smile. I don't care how you feel, smile. Cause I don't know. I don't want him to ever. I don't want to be in that situation where every time they just taking pictures of my son not smiling and he's just trying to use that to create a narrative or something like that. I don't know what you think.
Those was mugs, right? I think those are mug shots. The one with the bald head, and then the one with the first one. I think those are his 2 mug shots.
Well, the one was him was like a high school picture of him with like a tie on and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I'm talking about. But he wasn't smiling.
He wasn't smiling? Okay.
Nah.
I wonder if was he smiling on MSNBC? Right? Because it literally matters to that degree in my estimation. Which one you watching, you know? MSNBC or Fox, right? Because everybody's pushing something different. Al Sharpton's on MSNBC, right?
Yeah.
Or he was. And then Tucker Carlson was on Fox before, right?
Yeah, before he got fired, before he quit.
Yeah, so just like giving those names for like what I'm trying to convey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't watch any of that. I just kind of consume what comes to me.
Yeah.
So, and I don't get a ton of right wing stuff to my platform. I get a little bit here and there, but I don't get a lot of left wing stuff either. I don't like none of that, like both sides. So most of my stuff, the stuff that I consume is from other people like us, black people, just the community. And everything I've been seeing the same 3 photos circulated Carmelo. Like really just 3 photos, none much else. I've seen like 2 or 3 photos of Austin. But yeah, none of the photos. This is my first time seeing him smile was looking inside of that evidence and seeing the picture of him at the family birthday party and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw the video. They made like a little collage of him dancing, sitting in the back of the car, smiling, etc.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I thought I saved it. I don't know if I did. I just, and it's Monday morning quarterback is the easiest position on the field, right? But there's several things I question where I think that he has a case for an appeal, objectively speaking, right? Because if people still look at them as kids, right, why wouldn't you have a kid take the stand? You can appeal based on inept defense. There's been indigent people who appeal and don't need a dime. So I think that there's a few things that could have been done. Just in terms of, because you have to meet the threshold of being able to appeal. And so most people are saying, why wouldn't he take the stand? Why wouldn't they do this? How did the prosecutor know more about one of the defense's witnesses? The jury instructions, they could argue, why was manslaughter introduced so late? When you're looking at the appeal process.
What's going on?
So,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't. So this is one thing, right?
I got class on Monday.
You off mute, Miss Fantastic.
I know.
Oh, being austere, I never saw as a bad thing, right?
Yeah,
so I follow the Bible and shit, right?
I mean, I guess I could.
Hold on. Let me mute this thing.
What do you need?
So like Jesus, right, in the Bible was austere. So it's like cold in manner, strict, slightly unforgiving, in the book of like Luke 21. And so I see strength in that, right? Being austere. But you saying, hey, how do you disarm people? Right? Like for me, I think we think the same in this. I might tell a cop, I don't generally, but I might say, what you pull me over for? Right? But my son, I'm going to give him all the instructions. Put your hand, hold on, boo. Put your hands on the steering wheel, right? Give them your stuff. Comply so you can get home. If they did something to you that is unjust, we'll handle it in court, right? While I may be more boisterous, like, wait. More questioning, So the prescription I give my son to keep him safe may be different than the ones that I employ. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get that.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to keep them safe. It's crazy out here. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I still think to a degree, like even if you like, "Oh, what you put me over for," I think that it's a limit that you'll go as far as when you're dealing with a cop before you like you got it right. Um, I had I got a question for you. I don't gotta ask you right now, but it's about the Bible. Like I came up with like a very interesting thought the other day, and like in Christianity, and it's something I'm gonna run it by you. It got to do with story. It's essentially has to do with people who get to the people who get to create the narrative, the people who get to write the story gets to control the narrative. And it's a deep question I want to ask you.
Okay, yeah, for sure, for sure. I used to do a bunch of Bible episodes before. No, I'm not ready yet, Rob. So
yeah. While you guys are talking, I was looking up photos. I think that's something to say about it. But I think ultimately, when you're in a situation as being the accused compared to the victim, I think one thing as the victim, you're not gonna have like a photo of them after the tragic incident or whatever it may be. And I think you're just gonna ultimately have the go-to photo will be the mugshot. And then I think the other photos that they were used, even like I think it was like a school photo of him like in a nice like uh suit top or whatever it may be. He still wasn't smiling there. So I think it's just hard in those scenarios of regardless of the situation compared to just accused versus victim. You're gonna have a natural.
Listen, what I'm saying is like even so these are the photos I've been seeing, right? So you got the photo where I don't even know if y'all can see this, Joe. That photo, right, where he walking into the joint, he not smiling. I'm just telling my son, yo, smile. I don't care
Yeah.
how you smile when you in front of a camera, smile. Like I know guys who are like remember not Andrew Tate, Governor Tate, right? On what is it? On a what's that ghost what's that movie like Power? The show we like Power.
yeah,
Of course we look at him like, yo, you fake, right? You one way over here, but then you smile in front of cameras.
Yeah.
There's no negative to that. Like it's only the worst thing that can come from that is you ain't feel like smiling at the moment. But as far as the positive things that can come from that is, whereas you can potentially need that one day, those sway a crowd or something like that because you smiling, you kissing babies. Like I think that's a positive thing if that's your perception, even if you're a bad person, right?
Yeah.
It's just strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that definitely applies to like before the incident, like you said, having a plethora of photos where you're just having a good time, smiling. And I think during the situation, like I said, I think more photos of the current situations happening, and I think it's
Yeah.
hard to catch something of that situation smiling, especially if you're trying to perceive, you're being perceived as remorseful of the
Because Devin,
situation.
think about it. If I don't like you and I want to do a YouTube video on you, we got AI now, so it's different. But if I don't like you and I want to do a YouTube video on you, you think I'm gonna go and find a good photo of you? And
Yeah,
put you
I
on,
mean,
thumb you up?
I think your statement isn't wrong. I just think the perspective of just the natural state of things, based off the accused and the victim, just naturally, that's how it's been, regardless of the situation, that the dynamic or whatever it may be. I think it's always like that.
Yeah.
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 There's so many ways to skin a cat with this shit. But yeah, I see it. I generally don't really like be smiling in pictures and all that, But we have other ways, right? So like, gotta be DJing or like reviewing one of them videos so we get seen laughing and shit. But when they have limited source, right, they're gonna use what's most prevalent, right? But it just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm so facetiously impressed by everybody who like got all this from what we just saw.
Mhm. Like I said, I think the biggest thing is just the commentary from both sides. I think people are not even caring about the case because, like you said, they have their own objective views. I think it's more of shooting shots to the other side of like what you said on this extreme is false, or on that side of the opposite side, that extreme is false. And I don't even think people are actually having the actual conversation. They're just talking past the conversation based off their personal beliefs.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's. Oh, I said I just knew, like, because we did a good job covering. I said let me just look at this video. You know what I'm saying? Objectively, regardless of what I want, like, you know, I know Karmel. Yo, like, you know who does it the best? Fucking Troy Aikman. How long he been doing the commentary? 20 years now?
20 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple decades.
You wouldn't know he played for the Cowboys. Like, if you didn't watch football, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But guess who he wanted to win? The Cowboys. You see?
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what I want, what I like, I can look at a thing and be like, nah, that's wrong. Nah, that's right. You know? That's how you gotta do it. Regardless of what you want it to be, what it is what is most important. You know?
Hamp, that's the part that's lost, bro. I think that's another part you say all the time. That's something that's lost with masculinity and fathers being there, bro. It ain't always about how you feel or what you want. It's literally what's right, bro. And we definitely got to get back towards that. It's not understanding what's right and what's wrong. And I understand, you know, at some points in time, you got to pick a side. But on some things, it's not a side to be picked. And it's just simply, let's talk about how it is. It's messed up, and you know, do the best you can if the situation just and discourage certain things. Because like I said, man, this is just a very, very, very slippery slope that people were suggesting, and the reasons behind it were extremely nefarious, man, and that nobody wants to admit it. That's the problem.
Yeah, and you know, I wanna, like what you said, like even what my and I were just talking about, right? My rules for me are different than rules for my son who's a kid, right? You know, it's just, you know, when we're looking at the case, you know, they're, you know, being tried as an adult and etc., right? You know, but you just looking at kids like, yo, these is kids, right? And I don't want it to get lost is 35 years and the other one is dead forever. That kid is getting lost a lot. This is a decision in an instance by all parties. I made the decision. Fuck you doing here? Get your ass out of here, right? Whatever the case is. All right now. That's what the situation is, right or wrong, right? That's what the witnesses said. Hey, get out of here, I'll beat your ass. All right. Touch me if you want to. Nigga, what? Run down and then one boy got 35 years, the other one loses life. We all been there before.
Yeah. Absolutely. I made a video where I was pretty much speaking to how, you know, both of the parents from both perspectives, it's like you can't plan for everything as a parent, you know. To get a call and hear that your son, you know, you at work, somebody killed your son at a track meet, right? You get a call, so your son might have killed somebody at a track meet today, you know. Like, from both perspectives, it's just it's a horrible situation to have to deal with, and then I have to fight the case over the next, be a part of it over the next year or whatever. You know, you gotta leave work to be a part of this. You know, your family gotta move, like, you all because of small decisions that people made. You know, him even carrying the knife around. You know, I'm curious why he did that. Was it for protection? Did he think the knife was cool? Or did he just like carrying it because, you know, oh, it's a cool knife, right? Like, you know, of course, Austin, I think he was, I don't know, I read some text messages where the coach was telling him to, you know, I need y'all to step it up or something like that. I don't know if y'all read them in the evidence. Coach was saying, I need y'all to step it up and be leaders or whatever. So I don't know if he felt like, I'm a leader. Y'all can't be in my y'all not on this team. You can't be in this tent, you know? So he think, but also that don't mean you put your hands on somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so all these little decisions that we make.
Yeah. Yo, and that's the thing. People misconstrue, you know, text. definitionally, text like doesn't have a tone, but we know it does, right? You can read it a particular way, and people don't know how to be leaders, right? Austin was a good football player. I'm saying that he was a good football player. Just watching his film, you know, and then you got the football player. Cause I know, cause just from coaching the kids, you got a guy who's so good, but he's not a captain. He's not a leader. Cause he's an asshole, and you want to try to mold him into being that, right? So you be saying, "Hey, man, do this, do that, do this," but they don't know how to do it, right? So often we put people in leadership positions because they have cachet, right? Because they popular, because they voice galvanizes people. But the truth is, they don't have the tools. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of just speaking generally. You know what I'm saying? But like all of like, why is LeBron the voice for black people? Like, did he prove that? And I'm just using him as an example. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people. They talk to Cardi B for black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Joe Biden. Didn't Joe Biden sit down with her? Or was it right? And so they just, oh, this person's popular. They can galvanize, but that ain't the leader.
Yeah.
Right?
I think people don't realize. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to just go more. Like I think a lot of people just don't know the nuances when it comes to leadership, and they've never had. What's that?
I coughed.
Oh, okay. And they don't know the nuances for leadership, and they just haven't had to test that leadership within stressful environments. And then they don't really. A lot of people they don't even get real feedback on their leadership. And I think that's for most people. So I think when it comes to those environments and developing leadership, it's a very nuanced thing that we say leadership, but people don't really know how it is. They don't know how to implement it. They don't know how to take the criticism of that leadership, how to appropriately apply it, and then just rinse and repeat it. And outside of the kid realm, it's like there's grown adults.
One thing you said, right? The decision making, the stress test. I'm gonna give you guys a scene, right, of the level of leadership and how it comes to fruition in so many ways. Do you remember? You guys ever seen this movie called Sleepers? It's actually a true story. You should, if you never seen Sleepers, please go watch it when we get off of here. Right? But anyway, their boys are playing baseball. Like they in New York City in like the 70s or something. They playing baseball. And he's pitching against one of the boys, and his sister is on the sideline. But she don't got no legs though. Right? She don't got no legs. She's a paraplegic, right? That's para, right? Yeah. Yeah. And so the boy who's the leader of the crew looks over at her and she's like, "What you looking at, little dick?" She's talking shit to him, right? She's cheering her brother on. He about to hit. He about to bat. And he see like she want her brother to do well so bad. He give her brother a little softball pitch. So he knock it out the park. They lose their $1. And they're like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing, bro? Why did you because they see he didn't pitch the ball he's supposed to." But he took the time to understand that win for her was bigger than them losing that $1. And so he made a decision for the entirety of the situation. Because how do you influence people? What's the energy? Shit like that, And so that's one scene that popped in my head, Devin, when you was talking,
I got a couple quick points.
Go ahead.
And so I haven't fully processed this thought, but I think I'm on to something. It could be bullshit, but you let me know. I think our entertainers these days aren't as brilliant as the entertainers used to be. So when I think about entertainers who used to speak out on political things and stuff like that and take leadership positions, they all were brilliant in their own right? Muhammad Ali. Most of these people that we heard speak back then, it's like, yo, you got some leadership qualities to you. Versus today, a lot of our entertainers are dumb, and I think we still hold that same adulation as we used to for the older ones who actually had to be brilliant to be a star back then. So that's one thing. And the other thing is like, what's a pet peeve of mine when people say, "Don't be a follower, be a leader"? I hate that because it's not that easy to be a leader. You just trying to make somebody tell people to do dumb shit because that's all they're gonna do is, "Oh, I'm not a follower. I'm gonna go do my own dumb shit." No, teach them how to be a leader if you want them to be a leader. Don't just tell them to be a leader because then they're going to ill-advise people. You know? So that's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. I would always say the best leaders are always great followers. Like when it comes to certain situations, like you knew how, and that's just like the whole thing where things are naturally a hierarchy where you're expecting somebody to be a leader. You have to know how to other people to follow, and then the whole concept of being a leadership is just overall giving a purpose, direction, and motivation to accomplish whatever said task you think that is. So in that's one of the things is like you understand as a follower is like how did that person motivate me to get this done? What is the scenario that I'm currently in that would make my followers easier to get the job done? To where it's like, hey, like a leader is like I go out to my workers like, hey, you got this, get this done. We can get done, and you all be done working in 10 minutes. They'll probably get it done in 5. Just like scenarios like that. And what was the first thing you said, Mont?
Oh, about our entertainers to a degree they all used to be brilliant in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I remember my thought on that is that I think most people that are in those leadership positions, what they do and what they say and how they act is tied to the dollar. So it's like nothing is ever genuine a lot of times when they're talking and communicating. Like I don't think a lot of it's genuine because they can't really speak the truth of how they feel unless if they don't think it's gonna hurt their pockets. If they think they're gonna hurt their pocket, they're not gonna say it. They're gonna be quiet. And
You're talking about today all the time or traditionally?
I think in today's world, like you have a lot of fake leaders because of their commentary is going to be based on how much blowback they think they're going to get based off the statements they make to the world.
You have that. You know what, Devin? I think one key thing that I'm very keen on is like the 48 laws, Law 46, right? I think it's Law 46, but essentially like there's no mystique. They everywhere. I cannot follow Benny the Butcher on Instagram. That nigga got sparkly jeans on. I can't fucking do it, bro. Right? Like that's why I said, I can't follow him because he don't keep that. You know what I'm saying? You could follow Conway because Conway look like how he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? He got a dumbass necklace on. He got regular clothes on, and half his face don't work. And he don't talk that much. Benny got the sparkly jeans. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Not the butcher. Like, So like, but they lose their mystique. You know what I'm saying? Because they everywhere at once. Right? You don't even have time to miss them. So. But Devin, what you said is more substantive. That's just my thing. Like they lose So all right, man. Let me take these kids to the jumping place, man. That's why I don't stream on weekends that much. You heard them in the background. And my older daughters, they don't be helping, man. They fucking whatever. But it's all good, man. Hey, I hope y'all appreciated our assessment today. Right? It was objective. It wasn't sensational. I mean, you up here yelling and fussing, and right. It was silent for half the time because the video he was just walking. I just want us to look at things how they should be looked at because you maintain your credibility by being honest. Remember, honesty, being truthful is 2 parts: integrity and honesty. How real you keep it with everybody else, and how real you keep it with yourself, man. Devin, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I think overall that this situation was made worse by those just making it worse with the sensation of making it race based and not the truth, and people just making up stories. And I don't think that helped Carmelo at all. I think at times probably made it worse. So I think that's a lot of things we got to be very, very careful if we want to do what's best for some people. Is just be truthful. Don't try to help them by pandering lies that you can't validate as true.
Ma?
I second that. And like I said, I'm gonna tell my son to smile. Whenever he take a picture from now on, smile. I don't care how you feel. You want to be Gangster, nah, smile.
How old is he?
He 8.
Yeah, 8 is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, man. Most importantly, bro, just tell the truth, bro. Tell the truth, man. Again, especially when the truth is there. I know you got narratives, you feel away, but once the truth is presented, bro, accept the truth and speak from that lens, bro. That helps everybody. Cause shout out to Mont. I don't think people understand how detrimental a lack of credibility can be in the court of a whole group of people in public opinion. You really don't want a us versus them situation, bro. As to where now you're making it difficult for the entire group because you just want to be an asshole for the most part.
Yeah. I thinking about my son because he's his kids. I'm gonna make sure my son is violent and he understands violence and he knows how to be violent. Because when he knows all those things, he'll also understand de-escalation and what level to escalate. The gym is a humbling place. It makes you understand violence and getting hit and being hurt, right? And knowing what pain does to people and who is really unprepared, right? It almost makes you to a point to be meek in terms of when to use it and when to walk away. But everybody who think they can fight is because they don't fight. Hence, men overestimating their fighting prowess by 400%. Because they don't get punched in the face enough. Learning how to be violent actually has the opposite effect. So that's what I mean. I had to make sure I finish it just in case people ran with it, right? But yeah, man, Big
That's a
Chug,
fact.
Shout out Big Chug. He only 3. But CTE, here we come, baby.
Hamp, y'all, you live in the suburbs. You live in the suburbs?
Yeah.
Or rural area?
No, it's suburbs.
When my
like Houston,
my son got into
it'll say Houston and then it'll say like spring, depending on, you know what I mean? Like it's right, right there. Yeah.
When my son got into his first fight in school, I guess I'm supposed to be upset, but I wasn't. I was like, thank God. Because when we grow up, you go to a hood school, you think that's all you fight all the time, right? And you think like, all right, well, where's the adversity outside of what we do outside, in wrestling and all that type of stuff? But like, where's going to be the adversity that we receive naturally that they're going to like? Are they going to get that adversity being, in a nicer place?
I'm glad. That's good. Before we get out of here, our people put a lot of triumph in trauma. Right? There are so many people successful never being subjected to those environments. Right? But we put so much value in having to go through hardship. Do well in the earth and you'd be surprised, So many people are successful not having to witness or experience those things. But we think we have to, Now, like in terms of a fun like thing, I have 4 brothers. So 3 brothers. What the hell am I talking about? Right? My toughness score is like 9.5. My son got 5 sisters. His toughness score is dependent on me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like I'm trying to get him to like a 7, but he pretty rough. But all praises, they don't have to go through the rigmarole. That's how I look at it, Mom. All praises.
So when you look at
but we put him in things like wrestling, like boxing, like this, right? So he understands it,
Yeah. So when you look at a man who says to you, I've never been in a fight in my life, how do you feel about that? What goes through your mind?
You want to be honest?
Yeah, I want you to be honest.
Gay.
He hasn't even pushed himself at all to be in those situations.
No offense, Rainbow Kid.
I seen a video earlier of this man attacking a woman in Target. I think he was like high or something, right? And it's a lady helping her, and then there's some guys that come over to try to help her. And these guys couldn't do nothing with him. And he was easy work. And I was just like, damn. Y'all probably never been in a fight in your life. And it's just like, you two grown, and they was big grown men too. They couldn't do nothing with him. I was just like, damn.
Well, they ultimately didn't have any. I think that's the thing. Not many people know how to subdue another person. Or
He
any
could have
type
socked
of-
him. I'd have socked him.
Yeah.
Yo, the fight videos, bro, it is crazy out here, man. Like the lack of like physical aptitude is diabolical, bro. I got this one, I gotta do it, bro. She's like, this would happen when your man's small. I'm just like, God damn. Because she had to jump in.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. So, yeah, man, you know. All right, man, we headed to the jumping place, man. Y'all send me a Cash App because it's $30 a person. It's a lot of people. Yeah, man, salute. We'll see you on Monday for the HQ, most high willing. I think I might got something tomorrow if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. I appreciate y'all brothers for coming up, bro. Get your tickets from Houston if you're around. It's going to be a ball. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.
Oh, we can kill all this. We can kill all this. Say like, do you want to be next?
Anytime you ready, baby. I was supposed to be there.
Ooh, I'm with it. I'm with it. We can do it.
Knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. He hit harder than George. His reach is longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Man, dude. Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Incredible. Fast. And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Eyes up.